Okay, guys, listen to this. Every step we take has powers. In Japan, walkways and station halls are now more than just thoroughfares. They become sources of clean energy through piezoelectric tiles. The ordinary act of walking is being transformed into electricity. Now, you may ask, why am I doing this video? Because we all understand energy and the rising energy costs, but this is a little something that interests me, and I hope it interests you. And it's been kind of blowing up on IG and everywhere. So let's get into the explanation. These piezoelectric materials generate electrical charge when they're mechanically pressed, such as by pressure or a vibration. In practice, these materials are embedded in tiles and mats, so when people walk, step, or press on the tiles, tiny deformations happen inside the material, producing microcurrents. That energy can be stored in capacitors or batteries, or used directly for LED lights, display screens, or sensors. One of the most famous examples is actually in the Shibuya Station in Tokyo. A test mat installed outside the station in 2008 demonstrated the technology with roughly 2.4 million people passing through daily. They generated about 0.1 watts from a single footstep by someone weighing approximately, let's just say, I don't know what 60 kilograms is, but let's just say about 130 pounds. The mat powered holiday lights and an LED board that showed real-time electricity generation. At other stations, the ceramic tiles and pads have been installed near ticket gates. These capture the vibration or pressure as people pass through them, helping power small devices or signage. The very small energy per step is a limitation, but for example, one step might only generate 0.1 watts in the early system, but when multiplied across steps per day, this becomes very much more meaningful. In high traffic areas like major train stations, malls, or busy sidewalks, the tiles can produce enough energy to run LED displays, emergency signage, and contribute to actual lighting. Economically, though there are challenges, high upfront costs, installation, and integration through storage and power electronics can be a little expensive. Durability and maintenance of these tiles must withstand the constant mechanical stress, wear, and moisture. Limited output per tile. Unless the foot traffic is large and continuous, the energy harvested remains relatively small for traditional power sources. Some estimates suggest that large panels of tiles, say 100 square meters, which is actually pretty big, could generate 500 to 1,000 watts under heavy foot traffic conditions, and that's under ideal conditions. Beyond public spaces, these piezoelectric technologies could broaden in ways that could make it more impactful. Wearable fabrics and soles and shoes that could harvest energy with every step. Honestly, to me, it's at this point, if we're doing all of that, we shouldn't have electric bills because we are the power station. Now, you might have seen this on Rick and Morty, but this actually is being done in real life. So, beyond public spaces, these piezoelectric technology could broaden in ways that make it more impactful, like we talked about. And recent research has developed flexible piezoelectric nanogenerators. Now we're getting crazy here, sci-fi, for instance, membranes with XNO PVDF composites that produce the most powerful densities while being breathable and sometimes even water resistance. Now we're getting into Iron Man stuff. We're going off the reins here, folks, but this is all future stuff, right? Roadways, pavement, embedding piezoelectric units beneath roads to convert vehicle pressure into vibration into energy. Potential powers to streets or traffic infrastructure, disaster zones, or remote areas where the grid is unavailable. That's actually a pretty good idea if you think about remote areas. Portable temporary installations could harvest human or vehicular motion for essential devices, lighting, communications, and integrate with smart cities combining sensors, lighting, interactive displays powered by human motion. Also, visible installations could raise public awareness of sustainability. Every kilowatt of renewable energy helps reduce dependence on fossil fuels. While these piezoelectric tiles alone won't power entire cities today, they can contribute to a mosaic of clean energy approaches. And they turn waste into value. Footsteps that otherwise dissipate kinetic energy become useful, and they represent a shift in thinking and infrastructure that does double duty. Designing cities is not just supporting human life, but to harvest energy and the rhythms of human life. Imagine neighborhoods where sidewalks generate part of the power for street lighting. Now imagine clothes or shoes that could charge your phone as you walk. Japan is already lighting up this with displays with footsteps. In the future, could we see whole cities powered in part by a simple act of being human? So next time, take a step. Remember, you might just be powering tomorrow's clean energy. Now, let's talk about some things that may not make sense. Now, I know when they do this, they might end up charging us for electricity and costs. So I'm just a little on the fence about this one, because we know with our government, we're going to end up paying not only for the product, but actually for producing. And then we're going to have to pay taxes, even though we're making the electricity if this were to roll out. But let's be optimistic. Comment and tell me whether you think that this will be a good rollout for your city or in your area. And do you really think the government's going to let us off the bill for the electricity that's generated? Because somebody's got to make some money with these power companies, and that's not going to be helpful. Any which way, folks. And maybe they're going to do this with these smart cities coming up soon. I don't know. Glad to bring you some information. I know this is a little bit off topic from what we do, but I thought it was helpful to break up the monotony of all the other videos we do. Hope you found some interest in this. Like, share, subscribe, and make sure you stay tuned and hit that notification bell for our next videos. I'm Phil Davis. Like, love, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Who told you that owning land had to start with permission? A bank, a lender, a credit score. For most people, that story ends before it ever begins. At Ancestry Lands, we challenge that idea entirely. Because real land ownership doesn't require a bank deciding your worth. On this channel, we show everyday people how to own real property without credit checks, banks, or complicated approvals. We explain what land ownership actually is. Whether your goal is to build, hold, or pass something down, land gives you options, and we walk you through those options clearly and honestly. Visit ancestrylands.com, reach out directly, and subscribe to begin your land ownership journey.